All right, let's let it pile in again. Let the horde pile. We back? Okay. Just got to let the horde come in. I'm getting the AT's album. Let's go, Solar Bowler. What's up, Cheese Harvesters? What's up, Cheese Gang? The what pile? The what coming? The pile of sexy cats? June, did you draw the sexy cat? Did you draw the sexy cat? We'll let it fill up again. I'll give it a few more seconds. June, did you draw the sexy cat? LeBron, is this real? LeBron, is this real? Pile of dicks. I didn't even see that. All right. We'll give it a couple more seconds. I'll give it like 20 more seconds. Let anybody who isn't already in here in here. All right.
Rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings.
Yeah, I can't draw radar reflectivity. I don't know where to start.
Commercial radio,
I could draw.
and television
Okay.
outlets or internet sources for the latest severe weather
I hear plating
information.
sounds. Ignore that. Ignore the plate. Dude. And this is what blew me to smithereens. This is what blew me into 7 million tiny little intricate mini little pieces that they had to glue me together because I was so blown away. And every time they glue me together, I blew away another time. I kept blowing away. My brother. He just didn't he show us before? Yeah, this was the project that got destroyed. And that he had to redo. I don't even know how he makes something like this. Dude, it must be so time consuming. Because, I mean, he literally has that this will get, like, no views. That's what sucks. Is the algorithm is garbage. Like, and it's literally, like, look at this, my brother. We have a perfect photograph map with the ML Cape overlined. Like, this is insane. With the look at the hotos, by the way, if you can read photographs. And you're in chat. These photos are ridiculous. This isn't even something that's in the same genre, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think it, oh my god, dude, in the Outlook, like I've drawn my own Outlooks before, and they're cool, but that just looks real. Like that just looks dead on. Like that is that is so crazy. That is so wild. It's so well done. Okay, this is where I start to fall apart, melt into the ground, soak into the soil, and begin to grow flowers. Because this is insane. The whole rest of the scenario from here on out is some of the best tornado EAS media that exists.
Prediction Center outlining a 45% tornado contour that covers nearly our entire coverage area. Today just seems to be getting worse. Everyone listening right now should preemptively prepare a tornado safety kit, which includes water, food, battery.
I'm just pausing again to point out how accurate the radar is, as just someone who likes that kind of, who just likes the meteorological aspects of scenarios here. So I don't even know where to start. The storms here is convection north of the warm front or along the warm front. So it's all ugly. It's not organized. It sucks. And that always happens in these events. You have supercells initiating on each individual lines, and you can see each individual line. Those are the horizontal convective rolls that are starting off this event. This is drawn, and you can point that out. It's not even real, and you can point out the features. It's not even real.
Batteries, blankets, helmets, a flashlight, among other things. We already have about 2 storms in the area of main concern. While they're out of our coverage area as of now, it won't take long until they are, and I wouldn't be surprised if they become an issue later down the line. In regards to today's tornado threat, it's no surprise that there are likely hundreds of chasers out on the field today. We have one, Samuel Bryan, who will be helping KEC TA6 track today's severe weather on the ground. As of now, he's driving on Interstate 35 near Belle Plaine. Sam, what's the air like over there?
Well, I gotta say it's been harsh out here. The dew point is rising past 65 since the sun started coming up, and it's only ever gotten more grueling. The drive has been tricky.
No, he does not use AI for any of this. He does not use AI. You know, in another thing, I mean, it's not a lot, but the chaser is driving in. Sometimes you have live cameras, and again, this is all just tiny little accuracy things that get done. The chaser is driving through a cumulus field, which that's how these days are. You know what I mean? You have these big cumulus fields here that are, and it's like, it's just ready to pop. Like, that's how it is. Another just tiny thing. You know what I'm saying? But I just appreciate
traffic
it.
is, especially with that building collapse in Wichita.
Have you seen anything in relation to today's threat so far?
Well, there are a lot of cumulus bubbling up in the Wichita area. Those 2 storms down by the border will likely become problems here soon given the parameter space. I'll probably stay stationed up here in Wichita for the time being given how fast they're moving. I wouldn't want to be caught up in that with how rural the road network is there.
All right, well, thank you for joining us today, Sam. We look forward to having you a part of our ground team given the extent of the tornado threat today. As you can see, that storm down in Grant County on the border is already starting to exhibit supercellular characteristics. That is some extreme development, but it's...
Again, I keep pausing, but I just need to point out everything. He has mergers going into these supercells. Look right there. There's another merger in there. There's a merger at the back of the forward flank right there. There are mergers going into these supercells.
It's no surprise given the parameter space we're working with today. This storm will track into Harper and Sumner counties here soon, so folks in those areas should already be seeking shelter. This is also in addition with the hail and wind threat these storms are carrying. If you're just now tuning in, our entire coverage area is under a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch. But it's not just any PDS
Soy Jack pointing to the screen.
watch. Every probability is maxed out, including the threat for intense tornadoes. The highlight of the watch is the extremely elevated threat for intense to violent tornadoes and the destructive hail threat. The wind threat will come later on with the line of storms. The Kansas state government is advising everyone to carry identification cards on them in case you are transported to a triage center.
This is real. This is real, and I'm glad this was brought up. On several high-end tornado days, I know that state government officials have asked people to carry IDs on them at all times so they could be identified if they were killed or injured. That is dark, but that has actually legit happened. So are you feeling bad? Hold on. How are you? Terrible, terrible. No, I think that's just Terrible's bit. I don't think he's actually feeling terrible. I think Terrible is just permanently feeling terrible because that's how Terrible is. I think tracing over radar scans in paint.net is the best way to start doing that. I feel like that's the only way. He's been doing this for a long time, though. I mean, at least since 2020, in my knowledge. The first time I interacted with Arizona was on Twitter in like 2020, and he had a big. He drew an entire. He drew a super outbreak over Dixie, and I remember I saw it and I was like, "What the hell? Like that looks so good." This is like leagues ahead of so he's been doing this for years.
This is about as bad as it gets in terms of severe weather days. Schools throughout southeastern Kansas have also been canceled for the day. For further information regarding this, please visit our website or call your local school and ask. The reason for this is to keep our kids and teachers safe. Additionally, schools may have to eventually become disaster relief centers later tonight for areas struck by tornadoes. In terms of today, I've seen comparisons to April 27th, 2011 and various other big outbreak days. One that crosses my mind personally is April 14th, 2012. April 14th, 2012 featured numerous tornadic supercells, including one EF4
This man told me dead ass Twisted Fury was way better than anything he could make. Dude, he came in on live yesterday. He came in on my live last night and said, dude, leveled surpasses what I have right now. I was like, no way. I was like, in my opinion, leveled was mid. Half the scenario was on a back burner for like a month and a half. No way anything in leveled was better than this. But he insisted. And I saw this at work and I was like, no way. No way. Good night, FT. Talk about being humble. Dude, I think we all have this issue where if we work on something for too long, it starts to look bad. I don't know if anybody experiences that, but if I work on a scenario for too long, even if it's genuinely good, after too long, I just look at it and I'm like, I don't like this. Like, it just starts to not look good. And I don't know how to explain that. Imposter syndrome, is that it? I don't know what it is. If I work on something for too long, something about it just doesn't look great. I don't know if that's what it is, but...
tornado near Marcotte, and another EF3 that got way too close to Wichita for comfort. In terms of parameter space, I would say this is a good combination between May 20th, 2019 and April 27th, 2011. From the weather soundings I've pulled, that's the best I can gather. I don't really think anyone has seen such a high-confidence, violent tornado environment before, and it's extremely unfortunate that it's our area that's been doused with dealing with this. Extremely high shear values are attributed with extreme instability today. The Weather Service claimed earlier that the area affected was too small to introduce a 60% risk in the most recent outlook, but they would have if the confidence area was more confined. But the risk area is just too large to find an area to introduce one given local storm interaction.
How terrible would that be? How terrible would reading an outlook of a high-end tornado outbreak and the SPC is like, so we'd put a 60 hatched in here, but the threat zone is so big that we can't. It's like, what the hell? That's terrifying. That's terrifying. You're telling me this warm sector is so huge in the parameter space is so high that you can't even put a 60 sig in there anywhere because it's so big. There's so many areas under the gun, you can't even highlight any higher confidence.
It does seem now.
Has that happened? That's kind of with April 27th. I mean, the area was so big. You could have technically stuck a 60 somewhere, but...
Now, though, that supercells are beginning to enter our
Good
coverage
luck.
area. At least 4 from what I can tell. Up north near McPherson, at least dime-sized hail has been reported in that storm. If you live near Wellington, I would suggest beginning to take precautions with this storm. There is at least 2 exhibiting rotation on velocity. Hey, hold on a minute. West of Alva. That may be a debris ball. Yeah, okay. The radar is returning what appears to be debris being lofted very high in the air near the Elgin, Oklahoma radar. From what I can tell, this spun up extremely fast. There was next to nothing last scan, but now there is a small but very intense velocity signature stacked on a CC drop.
This is something I like too. Is he has an LP tornado ongoing. And like, I think anybody who's tracked enough events knows this, but like, sometimes you have supercells that are super low precipitation, right? And they're so LP that when a tornado hits the ground, you just get the debris ball and it doesn't look like it's attached to the forward flank. Like we saw that with Andover, right?
It may be strong or perhaps violent given the context of today. This storm will eventually move into our coverage area, so anyone in the path should be preparing right now.
It's leveled all
The National Weather Service has just issued a tornado warning on it. The tornado appears to be due west of Alva near the town of Teagarden and moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. The warning is for a spotter-confirmed tornado, and speaking of which, we have photos now from that tornado. Take a look at that beautiful rain-free base with that lovely cone-shaped tornado. It's good that it doesn't appear to be impacting any structures right now, too. Now, let's not ignore the fact that we have storms in our area, too. The two circulations I mentioned earlier near Wellington have disappeared, but it appears they're attempting to reroute in the environment. Additionally, there is a supercell near El Dorado with a very evident hook shape on it. Low-level velocity.
And you can see where these storms are attached. They're all firing on horizontal convective rolls. And you can see, because this is one roll here where it would be. There's another roll here. There'd be another roll somewhere around here. And obviously back by the dry line, you have storms firing along the dry line. Dude, you can look at this at a radar. It's drawn, and you can point out, I mean, brother.
Scans don't show much, but mid-level velocity is showing a very intense mesocyclone. Hold on, Sam is trying to ring the line. Yes, Sam?
Yeah, I'm standing here south of Wellington, and off to my northwest is a giant rotating wall cloud. I've seen occasional funnel clouds with it too.
That's surprising. Our velocity hasn't been showing much on the Wellington storm. Reflectivity is showing it interacting with another storm, though.
Yeah, the interstate is completely backed up. It just worries me for later down the line today. The 00Z sounding also came in, but I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet.
Let me look. Oh my God. I'm not even sure what to say right now. I've never seen such a volatile sounding in my entire...
This sounding is unbelievable, by the way. If you can't read, if you don't know how to read a photograph, this sounding is literally horrific. This is Ambrose. So this is actually, looking at the sounding, this is similar to what the environment Smithville was in, but with 2.5 times the Cape. I think like 20 more knots of low-level shear, double the 3 Cape. I mean, and the thing is, Smithville occurred along a boundary that enhanced the vorticity. This would be the ambient environment without boundaries. Smithville was less than this along a boundary where the vorticity was maximized. This would just be the ambient environment. This would be discounting any storm scale interactions that anything would have with a boundary. Say there was a boundary that a storm could latch to, there would be even more. There would be even more low-level shear to work with. And we're already off the charts. I mean, what, dude? That it's probably going up to like 70 knots of low-level shear. I mean, it's literally ridiculous. It's off the charts. It's stupid. And again, the Cape is 5,000 joules a kilogram. Smithville on steroids, yeah, on ultra steroids. You'd be pumped. This Hodo would produce exclusively violent tornadoes. Exclusively. Imagine the low-level jet kicking in later, bro. It's just dumb already. I mean, this is like, if you ever pull a sounding like this, you need to leave your house, bro. Like, if this is ever your area, you leave home. This is like an exclusively violent tornado environment. Like, any storm that's discrete is not going to fart out a weak tornado. They're going to go crazy every single time. The equilibrium is literally all the way up to 15 kilometers, dude. I mean, we're talking a top tier tornado environment that would be unprecedented. Like, literally. I mean, this could happen genuinely. But I mean, this would be like in the beginning of the scenario where they said the storms would initiate in a 98th percentile environment. That's what this means. I mean, this is such a hard environment to achieve, especially with this much Cape. I mean, it's game over. Like, every tornado you're going to get is like an EF5. Like,
entire life. That Cape profile is like 2,000 more than what was forecasted. Seriously, with that wind profile, you're looking at the top-end violent tornadoes with any discrete supercell. And on the topic of discrete supercells, looks like the Alva tornado may have intensified. The tornado has turned more east based on radar, which signifies that the updraft is wider with increased mass flux. There goes our first tornado warning of the day in our coverage area. This tornado warning is for Barber and Harper counties, which includes the towns of Attica, Sharon, Hazleton, and Anthony. Doppler radar was tracking a confirmed tornado over Kiowa, moving to the northeast at 50 miles per hour.
Look at how discreet
We have a new
everything is,
tornado
dude.
warning for Sumner, Cowley, and Butler counties. Looks like what we've been dreading over the last day is finally beginning. Please take cover immediately if you're in the path of any one of these storms. We have reports of a large rotating wall cloud to the southwest of Wellington. And now, hold on. We're getting reports of a large bowl funnel over Wellington. If you take a look at velocity here, you can see nearly everything is rotating within the warm sector. I mean, take a look at everything. There is pretty much only one storm that isn't rotating right now.
Look at the
This
velocity.
parameter space is absolutely insane. I have quite literally never seen anything like this in my 20 years of being a meteorologist. Everything, and I mean everything, is discrete. I have no idea how to emphasize the urgency in taking shelter if you're in one of these storm's paths. Jesus Christ. That Anthony storm is reorganizing at an unprecedented pace.
I have a tornado on the ground right now.
Sam, where are you?
I am just to the north of Anthony. There's a violent wedge tornado on the ground. It's at least a half-mile wide.
Thank you for the report, Sam. Anyone near Anthony, take shelter right now. Oh, Jesus Christ, the Anthony storm.
And Tony, it's tearing shit up. It's going through the northwest side of Anthony right now. Oh my fucking God.
God, look at the motion on that thing.
Dude, this is crazy.
It's going through Anthony. Please take cover right now if you're in the path of this storm. I can't stress it enough. This is extremely life-threatening. Okay, folks, this is the real deal. We have potentially 2 violent tornadoes in our coverage area right now. Also, Wichita is now under a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning.
Like, look at how
The sirens are beginning to
everything is,
sound
bro.
here. Please take cover right now if you're in this warning. Like, this is top-end serious. It makes me sick to my stomach watching this unfold in front of my very eyes. Looks like the dry line is starting.
The storm's always all at 250 miles an hour. He said that he wanted to do, right after this, he said that he wanted to do a scenario where it's covering each of these individual tornadoes in real time. And I think that would be unbelievable. That'd be great. And again, this is insane. I mean, look at how many discrete storms you have. Look at, I mean, just dude, it's so well done.
To initiate convection in the western half of our coverage area, surprisingly early, actually. I'm starting to get concerned about the storm coming up on Wichita. It doesn't look like it's turning east. Like, it seriously looks like that it's on a beeline for Wichita directly. Hold on. From the National Weather Service in Topeka, this is a tornado emergency for Burlington. Spotters have confirmed a significant tornado on the ground, with radar showing it taking a direct course for Burlington. Please seek shelter immediately if you're in
First
that
tornado
warning.
scenario to give me chills
Additionally,
in a long time, too.
a tornado emergency has been issued for Eureka. This is an extremely dangerous situation, folks. I cannot stress the urgency enough. You will be killed if you're not underground. And just like that, a huge debris ball just popped up over Eureka. My God, that is not good. Please, so far, every established supercell has produced a tornado thus far. You have to take cover right now.
And the velocity.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Look at that velocity scan. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. Oh my God, wait. This is a tornado emergency for...
This is so good.
The National Weather Service in Wichita has Sedgwick, Butler, and Harvey counties. At 7:30 p.m. local time, a confirmed violent tornado was observed over Clearwater and was moving to the northeast at 50 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for Wichita and El Dorado. I say again, this is a tornado emergency for Wichita and El Dorado. Please take cover if you're receiving this.
Dude, in really dire tornado situations like El Reno, like Piedmont, you have those live readings, like where they don't have enough time to pump out a warning. We're getting on live. Exactly. It's inspired from 2013 more 200. Exactly. Where they don't have enough time to sit there and type out a tornado warning. They get on and they tell you straight up on the mic, live voice, being like, this is a Tory, like you have to get underground. Like, and they only do that in exclusive, like really bad situations. Just another, chef's kiss. And the audio editing is great.
We have a large, violent tornado coming up on Wichita. And El Dorado, you're not safe from this either. You're next in line after Wichita takes a beating
Oh my
from
god,
this.
oh my god, it's huge. I see it.
Sam? Oh my God, it's great to hear you again. Where are you at
Well, like,
currently?
look
I'm
at
on
the-
Interstate 35 right now, and I see it off to the left of the road. It's fucking huge.
We barely have your feed here, Sam. That looks terrifying, and that is without emphasis. Please, if you know anyone in the path of this thing, please give them a call and tell them that this is coming their way. Wait, you guys hear that? Dude, wait. No, I hear something. Oh my God, that's the tornado. It's moving through Wichita right now. Get the tower cam feed up and see if we have it. Oh my God, we have it. We have a tornado moving through Wichita right now. Everyone in Wichita get underground now.
I don't even know what event that's
We have
from.
another feed going. Get it up, please. I literally cannot emphasize it more than showing you live pictures. It's moving through Wichita right now.
Hattiesburg? Okay.
There goes our second camera. We have power flashes visible from our station here. Please get your loved ones into their safe place now.
Nice that the camera goes out
Folks, we're
during
going to
that.
try and stay with you as long as we can. We're unsure if we'll lose power here. We just lost our primary camera. All we know right now is that a large tornado just trucked through Wichita with a
Mobile.
large amount of power flashes visible from the KECTA 6 station here. El Dorado, you're next in line. Please, if you live in El Dorado, I advise
Look at how
taking your
discreet
preemptive
everything
tornado
is,
safety
bro.
kit to your basement and staying there until someone reaches out to you. This is the real deal.
And these storms are gunning it. They're moving so fast, they're busting out of the polygons.
El Dorado,
NWS
you have
can't even
about
keep
5
up with it,
minutes
bro.
before this tornado is knocking on your doorstep.
This is crazy. Look at how well it's done, man. And another thing is I want to point out, this supercell is super well done too. It literally has a trailing convective band behind it, which we saw in Mayfield, where you get those just kind of long lines of convection behind the supercell as it's ongoing.
El Dorado, you have about 5 minutes before this tornado is knocking on your doorstep.
And again, he made them
Please,
right
this is your
movers
last
over time.
chance to take cover.
Like, notice how this thing was moving
We have
northeast and now
reports
it's
of extreme damage coming out of
moving more
Wichita,
due east.
which includes buildings leveled to their foundation. Eureka is reporting it.
And this is cool because this is real. Open your window. I thought this was funny too. This is crazy. And like I said, this is what this kind of environment would produce. I mean, you just get like exclusively violent tornadoes out the wazoo, bro. That now I want to go on here because I got a picture up of it, and I just wanted to show stream just to emphasize. I said that the environment was ridiculous, but I need to show that the environment was ridiculous. So this is what I'll do here. Okay, so we can go back in the video when he pulls the observed sounding. When does he pull the sounding? Right here. Okay, so this is the sounding from the video. Okay. This is Smithville. So you can see that this has a ton more low level shear than Smithville. It's very similar. Like we're off the charts, but it has a ton more low level shear. You can see it's totally looping. I mean, it's granted this goes up to 60, almost 70 knots here, but I mean, you can tell just looking, eyeballing it, this environment when it comes to the wind shear is much more volatile. Okay. Can take a look at now obviously we're comparing Dixie to the plains. So it's like, there's obviously going to be thermodynamic differences like there always is. But again, the Cape profile is so much fatter in this scenario. I mean, we have 5,000 joules a kilogram of surface Cape, 2,000. We can look at mixed layer Cape. Mixed layer Cape of 4,700 joules a kilogram. Mixed layer Cape here of 1,800. So, I mean, we're already doing so much more. The equilibrium height is like 3 kilometers higher. So these storms are going to be even bigger. Lapse rates are much better in the low level. So any tornado that gets going, they're just going to drop. 3 Cape here, 73 in Smithville, 217 in here. I mean, just an upper echelon tornado environment. Really similar numbers here. Now this is Smithville has more. It appears that Smithville has more storm relative helicity, but there's a difference in how your wind shear is oriented compared to how much you have. You could have a ton of storm relative helicity that's all speed shear, and it's not going to be very effective at producing tornadoes. I mean, you can have. This is more conducive for tornadoes when you have a HOTO like that. That is not what happened. So I just wanted to break that down, that was insane. I'm dropping everything and teleporting there. Yeah, I mean, that is like, this was so good. This was so good. I knew he could cook up some heat, right? And I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know that it was going to be 6 Purcells in one scenario here. And I mean, this was great, man. This is so great. I can't believe he really kept it as unnamed Kansas tornado scenario. This was so good. This was so good. I don't even know what to like. But do you have so many viewers and few viewers and likes? Just give it some time, I imagine, because he dropped Purcell and I got 37,000. And I think maybe he got luck of the draw with the algorithm. But I feel like sometimes if you put enough effort into something, it will eventually. Will he ever name it? I don't know. I think he should, but I think it's funny that it's unnamed. I think it's unnamed Kansas tornado scenario is pretty funny. I said he could literally make a top 1 scenario that one time. Yeah, and I totally believe it. Like, because I knew he could get better, right? But I was like, I was thinking like, I mean, dude, like, I know he can do better, but I think it's the amount of effort that it takes. Like, does he even want to do that? I know if there would never be a time where I would sit down and be like, you know what? I want to draw all of that. I would blow my head off. I mean, that is so. This is what makes it so unique. That's what makes it so good. That's what adds so much stuff to it. And some people are like, well, the screen, meh, meh, meh. Missing the point. This is so, brother. And again, I could go all. This is the best tornado scenario of all, best head of all time. I remember watching the Ringgold video and then seeing Purcell later, not even realize it's the same guy. Yeah, he has the analysis on Ringgold. But again, all the graphics are just insane. I mean, the STP is incredible. This whole animation in the beginning. I mean, dude, that's awesome. All the mesoscale discussions, like, dude, I can whip up an MCD, but this stuff is really good. I think it's really, really good. The thing is it's such, like, for weather enthusiasts, these scenarios are such, like, brain, like, my brain likes it. Like, I love to see it. Like, I love it. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Like, this is the craziest thing. Like, it probably took more time for him to make this than it took me to make Leveled, bro. I mean, this is so much effort for just like a mesoscale discussion. It is. It's the neuron activation meme. It's awesome. He does so well. Like, it's so good. So, and I'm not even glazing. I'm not even glazing. Like, I just have to point. If something's good, it's good. And like, this hits all the marks for me of what I like to see in tornado scenarios. It hits all the marks. And it doesn't hit them like with darts or with, dude, it literally hits each of my marks with like SAR bombas. It's crazy. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Scenario of the year. Again, I don't like to throw other scenarios because I think there's a ton of good scenarios this year. This is certainly in the grouping of the scenarios of the year. Because I mean, some scenarios aren't even comparable, like in terms of like what they include. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really, some are so different, even when it comes to tornado scenarios. But I mean, dude, there's been so many good weather scenarios that have been dropping, and it's hard to even keep up. It's so good, and I'm so impressed, and I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. And Dante premiering a scenario that he announced 3 hours or so before the premiere, and it pulling what, 64 viewers or something in a live premiere. I mean, brother, like, that's crazy. That's so crazy. This was awesome, man. This was awesome. I was very happy with this. I was very happy with this scenario. Everything about it. I mean, I'm probably forgetting things to talk about, but I was, ugh. Dante gets crazy traffic on his stuff. I was so surprised that many viewers he was pulling, man. And then again, we have Wheeler dropping tomorrow. We have Eagle Eyes dropping within the next decade. I mean, dude, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. So many good scenarios this year. So many good scenarios. Truly. I'm very happy with everything I've seen. Name the date. You mean name the date, like, of the release, dude? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. I think your February deadline was good. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? What's the last thing you guys heard me say? What's the last thing you guys heard me say? It always does that. StreamYard just disconnects me like whenever it wants to. Mural. Thank you, Parker. Thank you, Parker. Dude, so I went to my grandmother's, okay? Right before you went on my channel. Really? That far back? Oh my god. Okay, let me read. Okay. This right here, let me repeat what I said. I've talked about this before, but there's a point where you get so close to realism that trying any harder, it would make the screen unrealistic. Does that make any sense? Like you can only get so real, and then trying harder to make it realer would look not real. This is that. Like this is so just like good. It's so good. It's so good. Like if I had no prior knowledge of EAS scenarios or that stuff making stuff like this was even possible, I would say that this was like a capture. Like I would totally believe it. I would totally believe it. I would totally believe it. It looks so real. And again, I love the color table and everything. And June, did you draw the sexy cat? Christmas? Oh my god. Dude.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho!
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 Merry Christmas!
Bro.
Ho, ho, Merry Christmas!
Bro. Bro. Dude, that terrified me. The AirPod sound. I hate that. Gives me like every time I hear it, like something happens in my like heart. Downloaded it. Better than silence.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Ho, ho,
National
ho!
jealousy. What? Right now, just rapping my shit. I'm tested.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 Merry Christmas!
This is shit. You should leave this up, June. You should leave this up forever. Yippee! But the procedure was great. You should leave it up like this. Just have that one off weird video. Okay, probably two off weird video. But yeah, I have. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask this question, Eagle. I was on. I don't know how it popped up on my recommended or something. There was an eBay of a. You said that if an eBay for a radio got to $1,000, you would delete your channel or something. Oh my god, bro! What's the last thing you guys heard? Oh my god, I hate. Why does it do that? What's the last thing that was heard? Because now I don't know if you heard the right question. 1,000. Me deleting my channel overall. Okay. Was that your eBay listing? And 'cause I don't know if that was your eBay listing or not, or was just a random person's. It was 2.5 years ago. God, no, it wasn't yours. Okay, because I was wondering if you personally sold that radio for $1,000. If you got 1K out of a radio, a whole band out of a NOAA weather radio. Oh man, I thought that was you. I was like, no way. This man made a band off of a radio. That's insane. I can't believe people want radios that bad. I mean, hey, someone's living in the past, dude. I live in 2019, baby. 2020, I don't know. Anyway, good stuff. Such good stuff. I just dropped a new stereo. I was wondering if you could have your thoughts on it. People like radio, and K4 liked it. Let me see. 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 I'll be like Noel Dorito, but instead of being so critical, I love everything. I'm like the direct antithesis. I'll give everybody an S for trying. Which, by the way, I tuned into that stream. I was so surprised by some of the ratings. I didn't get why. I was surprised that I was even in A. I thought I'd be in C. I thought he'd be like, oh god, weather, oh god, C tier, banished at the penis realm. I was very surprised. I have one of those, that animal right there.
At 3:45 p.m. over 50 plus
To
unidentified
be YP was in third
detected
place.
entering
I can't
the
actually.
northern hemisphere near North America.
How do you even do this? Do you have like a banished to the penis realm as a banger? Is there like some software that's like 8-bit, like an 8-bit editor or something? How do you even, what's the even, or is it just like edited that way? I use Adobe After Effects, huh? I don't know anything about Adobe After Effects. I know Adobe makes Photoshop, and I know they also make egg or something. I like that.
This is an emergency action notification for all citizens of the United States. At approximately 3:45 p.m. today, more than 50 unidentified flying objects entered Earth's atmosphere. We suspect this may be a retaliatory action following the forceful shutdown of the now declared terrorist and hostile organization known as the Azuki Astral Guardians. To ensure your safety, please follow these steps. Seek immediate cover. Find the most secure part of your home, and if you are outdoors, seek shelter without delay. Do not remain outside to observe or listen to the unidentified flying objects. Tune your TV to channel 5 for continuous updates on the situation. Have a battery-powered radio nearby for additional information. Given the uncertainty of the situation, we are unaware of the intentions behind these flying objects. If your TV signal is lost or unexpectedly switches to another source, be cautious. This may be propaganda from the Azuki Astral Guardians. Immediately turn off the TV, as these extraterrestrial entities possess supernatural abilities to infiltrate communication systems for potentially malicious purposes. Your safety is our top priority, and we will provide updates as soon as more information becomes available. Stay safe and vigilant.
We've executed sufficient interference at this point. I'm confident that was the final maneuver needed to bring them down. Leveraging their own tactics against them, we've successfully taken control of their televisions to present a deceptive narrative.
Good. Now we have everything we need to take all of the...
Yep, time to blow up a school. I didn't mean to mute again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Nor am I actually gonna blow up a school. That was just me ADHDing. Just being a creature. Yeah, anyway. Leveled got a copyright claim for tornado footage, and I literally licensed that footage. So I have to go through the whole appeal and be like, hey, I have a license to have this footage, brother. I licensed this footage. Yeah, I know. It's so annoying. Copyright, yep. I got a copyright claim on it. Doesn't mean the video is gone. It just means I have a claim on it. So I have to go through a whole thing and be like, hey, I licensed the video. Hello. Fuck yeah. What's up, Keeter? I'm sorry that happened. It's all good. I can get the appeal is going to be gone as soon as I submit the or as soon as I submit this and be like, I own this footage. Or well, not own it, but I have this footage licensed. It will go away. Quick fix, but it's definitely irritating. Especially they just throw out copyright stuff like nothing. It's so annoying because like I don't know how I'm supposed to prove that I own it. YouTube is telling me to do a write up here, and I'm like, well, I can include my like I can only tell you what I got it from. Like I wish I could submit an image or like a receipt for the license, because I keep having to dispute stuff like that. Like it's just frustrating. Did anybody else have a wonderful time working retail today? I worked serving, and that was kind of lame. We were very dead, and people who go in and like Like, please don't tip $2. Like, and again, money's money. I'm not complaining that I'm getting money and it's not enough. But please don't go to a restaurant, be annoying, number one, be a not a great customer, and then tip me $2. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please tip your servers generously. I do, because it's not good to tip your servers like pocket change and be like, well, what you did, it's so frustrating, but it's whatever. But yeah, I will tip you $2 million, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for giving me $2 million. I don't really want to. Nothing against you, Azuki. It's not that. Oh my god. Thank you, Eagle Eyes, for the $2 tip. Thank you for that $2 tip. As I was saying that, you tipped $2. I've never seen a comedically timed donation. That's probably the first. If K is ever my waiter, I'll tip him $0. I'll tip my server an obsolete cent coin. I usually tip my servers like 10 or 20. That's always great. It'd be better if they actually paid their workers. Now, see, this is what I'm almost, as a server, we get paid pretty poop money. I think I get paid $213 an hour. But sometimes I can go in, make $200 in 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? If I get paid hourly, that goes away. You know what I mean? But then if I get paid hourly, I do have a more sustainable income. But at the same time, I don't need a more sustainable income right now. It's sort of a hustle, almost. Bring him outside where Mr. Beast is standing, and then he gets $20,000. Dude, if I got $20,000, I'd do 3 backflips on camera and then fart. This is all really good, Azuki. I just don't have the attention span for it right now, and that's nothing against you, my friend. I have fried dopamine receptors, and unfortunately, if what I'm looking at is not a photograph, I cry violently. Nothing against you. This is all great editing. Thank you for giving me a watch. Yeah, dude, it's nothing against you. It's nothing. Don't think it's like anything like that. It's boring, because it's not boring. It's good editing. It's awesome. Unfortunately, my brain is cooked, and I can only watch Kerosene X Plus. Violently edging and crying. All right, and then FT wants me to do a swag through of Conway, and same thing. I'm gonna skip through because I don't have the brain right now to do that. I like this, but boy, hold on. Sorry, dude. This creature. Anyway, this is cool. This is cool. I mean, do you want me to be overly? I like everything. I like everything. Do you want me to just be overly ultra perfectionist critical? It took me out. It killed me. I literally could not breathe because this man comes in and he refers to this animal as the sexy cat. So for the next 2 hours, I kept going, June, did you draw the sexy cat? It was all the sexy cat. I thought she drew it. It wasn't that June drew it. It's that you thought it was a sexy cat, bro. It was that you didn't refer to it as anything else but the sexy cat. That's what it was to you. It was the attractive cat. It was a sexy cat. Killed me, dude. June, did you draw the sexy cat? Like to see a sneak peek of part of Isaiah. Oh yeah, my friend. Dude, I want all the sneak peeks. Do whatever. We want all of it. And then all of this. This was great. This is one of the best whiteboards. And then up here, there was this absolute nonsense. Her, are you stupid? Me. Nah. He LP, his ass mixed out, bruh. Oh no, Sprungle Bob got the bingo. It was crazy. It was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it was just I'm just seeing new things every time I look at this. And it was all about, I don't know if you guys have heard the term boy smell. I found out about it a couple like months ago. But it's called boy smell. It's like liking the smell of sweaty femboys, I think. So that was also a main point of contention. Hold on, we got to watch the rest of this. So I'll open this on another tab so we can see the sneak peek. The link's private. Is it private? Is it a private linker? Hey, Gabe, the link's private. I'm the first person to tell you that the link is private. I'm the first person in the world to ever tell you that the link is private. The link is private. Do you guys like deviled eggs? I ate probably like 15 deviled eggs today. I need to be asleep. Dude, Santa's coming and you need to be in bed. Everybody needs to at least be asleep before Santa comes. Preview.
East 40 or 50 miles. That's where we're looking for our big storm surge of perhaps 12 to 16 feet.
Dude, this is so cool as an intro. Just historical hurricanes. This is so beautiful as an intro. Or like it's anything else. Like, that's all so well done. That's so well done. Pack in, everybody, we're done for. Dude, I love it. I love it. I can't wait till. However, how did you not know that? Wheeler, did you draw the sexy cat? Did you draw the sexy cat? Who drew the sexy cat? I'm making a red 40 tornado scenario. Oh, God. Dude, I wish I saved the file for the boy smell warning. It was for Virginia. It was south of Chris Chan. It was for areas south and east of Chris Chan's residence. So there was a boy smell emergency. A large and extremely dangerous boy. Here we go, baby. It's so great. I can't believe it, man. Lean is a drug? I never knew this. I thought you were. There's a tweet. There's a tweet out there that is literally that. There is a tweet that is lean is a drug, and I thought Wheeler was quoting this tweet. I thought he was quoting this tweet. Instead, this tweet is about him. So, never mind. I mean, this blew me away. I didn't know he was dead serious that lean was a drug. That he didn't know that lean was a drug. And I think I asked it. So Wheeler, if you didn't know what lean was prior, if you say you're just chilling and one of your friends is like, "Hey, you want to sip this lean?" Are you going to be like, "Yeah. Yeah, for sure." Yeah, I can't find the brick video either. And I had to find it in another group chat. What did you think about the Cybertruck? I think it's a terrible car. I think it's a piece of garbage. I think it's stupid. Have you guys seen it doing crash tests, dude? The whiplash would turn your brain to liquid. If you have a baby in the back seat, your kid is going to be vegetable in 0.3. Okay? Have you guys seen that? It is horrible. It has no crumble zones anywhere on the car. Like, you are screwed. If you get in a car crash with the Cybertruck, you're cooked. Your brain is going to be liquefied, smushed to the other front of your skull. And you can also like rip it apart. You can literally tear the truck apart. You can just like rip the rims off. Like you just grab it, just yank the rims and the fenders and the doors off. I'm happy with my Accord. If someone offered me a Cybertruck or keeping my Accord, I'm keeping my Accord. I can't speak. What's up, Slim Jim? Jim Slim, the wind is so loud. Where you at? Where's it windy at? Oh yeah, there is I forgot there's a 2 tour tonight and like a unbelievable amount of mini supercells in near Mobile and Florida Panhandle. They're still there, but they're not very impressive right now. But who knows? There's an MCD there. Gusty winds and perhaps a brief tornado were possible. Let's pull a VAD wind profile, guys. Who wants to pull a VAD wind profile? Who wants to pull a good VWP? Who wants to see the winds? Who wants to see what it's doing there? How's it look from K-Mob? The sleep servers are full. Imagine you had to wait to get in the sleep server. Oh yeah, baby. Juicy. Looks good. Looks good. I like that. 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 How's it looking from Kionks? Kionks. Perhaps a brief tornado. I really like your spelling of brief. I've never seen it like that. Wow, it actually looked better not too long ago. Look at this. That's a cooker right there. That's a cooker. Too bad there's like one cape. Chat, is this a class 5 extreme devastation emergency? Oh, excuse me. It's 1 a.m. It is. This is a mass casualty situation. Can I have something to link? I want to be mod for a second so I can link it. It's not going to be like the last time they'll unmod me after I send it. Okay. I trust you. All right. Your mod for the next 1 minute. I looked a second ago and it was 11 p.m. Mayhaps. Dude, okay, guys, I want to tell you about this. So the stereo in my car broke. Have you seen YP's new scenario? Yes, and I did not like it. I didn't personally enjoy it. It felt very chat GPT-alized. It felt like most of the transitions and the script and everything was created by chat GPT, especially with some of the wording. I can't prove any of that, obviously. Okay, Vix, that's okay. I gotcha. I see the link, my friend. I see the link. All right, let me see. Rapping for Jesus. Okay. I think everybody has seen Rapping for Jesus. Bad link. We don't like that link. We don't like that link. We don't like that. Old cringe. Anyway. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was. Anyway, so in my car, fairly recently, my stereo broke. Well, it was kind of back in like July, June. My stereo broke in my car. And it was weird because something's messy with the wires, I think. I can't listen to music in my car like 75% of the time. Randomly out my stereo will click on and I'm like, "Oh my god." And then I can listen to music in my car. But it's like literally 75% of the time I can't. The music is not there and it's weird. I don't know why. Like the stereo does not work. And so I've obviously been complaining about that to like my mom especially because I'm like, bro, I gotta go on like long drives sometimes, dead silent. That's horrible. So sometimes I'll bring like one of my big speakers in the car, but like a speaker only lasts so long. You know what I mean? It only has like an hour of charge. And so I have a tradition where I go to my grandparents and unwrap gifts for Christmas Eve, and then in the morning I go back home, and then I unwrap all the gifts like at my mom's house. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm unwrapping gifts today, bro. They got an entirely new sound system for my car. We have to take in and install it, but it's an entirely new set of like subwoofers and stuff. An entire new sound system for the car. And also they got a touchscreen center console to install in the car. Like my car's fairly, I mean, it's not old, but my car's from like 2007, 2008, I'm pretty sure. So it doesn't have like a touchscreen center console or like anything like a backup camera or like Bluetooth or something like that. Right? But they're going to take out the center console. We're going to take it in the shop, whatever, replace the sound system, which thank God, and then replace the entire center console with a big touchscreen thing that's connected to GPS that can make calls. Obviously, the Bluetooth stuff, which is going to be so great because I have to use this Bluetooth transmitter thing. It's so annoying. It's so sick, dude. It's so sick. Like I cannot wait. I cannot wait because it's been busted for so long. Like that's it. It is, dude, and it has my dad handed it me. He has said Netflix, and I was like, "What? This thing is like, what do you mean, Netflix? Like, what would I wait?" I was like, "I don't think this thing has Netflix on it. I know it has GPS. I know it can make calls. I know it can do all that. I know it installs all that." But he said Netflix. I was like, "Bro, number one, I don't think it has Netflix on it. Number two, if it does, I'm probably not going to be watching Netflix while driving. Maybe, actually." Good night, FT. Thank you, my friend. Good night, Eben, as well. Gotta sleep before Santa comes. You just gotta. No, but yeah, I'm really excited for that. So, like on New Year's Eve, I have to get that set up, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm just ready to have music in my car again. I'm ready to have. I'm happy. This is something though. I lost my license about 3 weeks ago. I lost my car. I can't find my driver's license anywhere. And I just kind of forgot about it. I've just been driving for like the past almost month now. I've just been riding dirty, dude. I have no license on me. I can't find it anywhere. I looked, and today I was really upset about it because I was like, dude, I don't want to keep driving. Like, if I get pulled over, I'm screwed. Like, that's a misdemeanor. And so I was like, looking all over. Dude, I tore up my whole room looking for my license. I couldn't find it in my room. I busted everything open in my car looking for everything. Couldn't find my license in there. I checked all my hoodie, coat, jean pockets. I checked under the couch. I checked in between couch cushions. I checked on my bed. I checked everywhere. I checked in the back of old phone cases, everything. And I literally cannot find my driver's license anywhere. I can't find it. But I have to drive. I can't just not drive. So I'm going to just keep looking for it. Like, I hope it comes up because I think it's somewhere in my car and I just haven't found it. But I've literally looked everywhere and I can't find it. I think I can just go to the DMV and get a new one, right? Lost my driver's license. Can I just go get a new one? Be like, yo, I need one. Can you get it replaced? Yeah, you can. And it's really easy, but it's just annoying because it's like, you know, if I get pulled over, I'm cooked. You know what I mean? Depending on the cop. There could be a cop that's like, whatever, kid. I lost mine for like a month and it was wedged in between the bench seat and the back wall of my truck since I can put the seats up. Oh. It probably is somewhere like that. Because, dude, I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, my car's messy, bro. I have Jimmy John's all over the place. And I wish I was, like, exaggerating. Like, I went to Jimmy John's so much in, like, a 1 week time span that there are Jimmy John's bags everywhere and Jimmy John's napkins everywhere. And as a server, a lot of times if I get off, like, and I'm tired, I just throw my money in my car and go home and go to bed, you know what I mean, or go to my house, shower, whatever. So there are $1 bills thrown all over the car, Jimmy John's napkins all over the car. It's crazy, dude. I don't like cops, random but blah, only some cops. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of police officers myself, especially when I'm doing anything illegal. That's unfortunate, like driving without a license. I don't get it. Some states have the DMV for driving license, and Texas has DPS for the same services. What does DPS stand for? Well, it's not actually called the DMV in Indiana. In Indiana, it's called the BMV. Average '07 car owner. Okay, bro. I'm gonna rig my car with explosives and drive it into Dallas and hope I get it right. What does everybody drive? I'm curious to know what people drive in chat. I want to do a car. Dude, I would love to do, you know how we did a setup tour thing? I would love to see people's interiors of their car tour in the current state that they're in. I would love to have that. You could be an 01 truck owner. 2010 Corolla. Oh, yeah, I remember you said that. A nice car. What color? I think you've also said that. '01 F-150. Hey, that holds up though. That looks nice. Nice white. Nice. That looks nice. I mean, I don't know how well it runs over time, or what any rain has done to it rust wise, but it looks solid. Looks solid. Dude, something about like driving a truck. Like I drove my mom's like SUV a couple weeks ago to pick up my brother because I didn't have my car. It was in the shop, and it was so weird being so high up. I felt like I was in a semi truck. Dude, I couldn't imagine driving a truck. It's freaky, dude. Like, why am I so high up? It's scary. 13 Fiat Uno. It's the Minecraft coupe, dude. Hold on. I drove my mom's truck and everyone just got out of the way. It was great. So blocky. Kind of like it though. 2015 Ford Focus. That's a new car. You probably have like Bluetooth in your car, lucky ass. See, that's a good car. That's a good car, man. That's a good car. My truck isn't that high up, especially compared to how SUVs and trucks are now. That's fair, actually. I've seen some super high. Like, dude, I worked at this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Anyway, my boss at my old job drove this truck and it was so high off the ground, it was crazy. Like you had to have a step thing to like really get in there. It's like that little rim. I mean, it was really high up. Aggregate was the Fiat, not 43. Dang, bro. Look at that pulling up, dude. I heard it's a really bad car, but I've always wanted a DeLorean. Mostly because Back to the Future, right? But I heard it's a really bad car in general, that it was like terrible. My eyes effed up for a moment. All good. Sometimes I go blind. I went deaf, so I feel you. Yeah, I did see that. We looked this up not too long ago, and I saw this, and that's cool. Like, that's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to have one of these. I will own a car after I can legally drink. Dang, dude, that's a long time, though. Do your eyes ever just spaz out and go left to right really fast a couple times? Not if I don't want them to. If your eyes do that on their own, then maybe. Nah, you probably shouldn't get it checked out. You're fine. You'll be fine. Do you guys ever do you guys know that feeling? I don't know if this makes any sense. Like if you don't get enough sleep, like we're talking like 4 or 3 hours, that just like brain feeling, and you have like really staticky vision. Does that make any sense? Like it feels like you just got a lobotomy done. Got that real staticky vision. Am I just insane? Yes. Yeah. I remember I looked that up one time. I was like, why do I see TV static in the dark? That kind of thing. And I thought it was completely normal. Do you guys see that? I have visual snow no matter how much sleep I got. That's what I hear. That's I looked it up and people were like, that's visual snow. I was like, what is visual snow? Is that not just normal? Like if you're in a completely pitch dark room, is it not like staticky? Is it not like a static TV kind of thing? Like not obviously like that. Just really grainy. Is that not normal? I feel like that's totally normal. It is not like this. It is not like this. I don't know I don't know what's going on with it. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's just in really dark rooms, dude. You just see like it's like my vision is really grainy. And obviously these things. Are these things not normal either? I don't know. Do you guys see worms? Do you guys also see worms in the sky sometimes? Do you all also be seeing worms in the sky? Yes, I have floaters. These are kind of the guys right here, man. These are the guys. Do your muscles ever randomly twitch? Yeah. My doctor said everyone does to some extent. See, and you look this stuff up on Google and it tells you have some obscure like disease. It's like, so see ripples moving into a singularity when I look up at the sky during the day. I don't think that'd be cool, but I think that'd be cool. I have to go to sleep. I have to go to sleepy at a decent time so I can wake up to open presents. He's got a sleepy. He's got a sleepy. Epic fail. Get bombed. Yeah, talk to an actual. I got Ezekiel, Chris, Nushuk Grug in Scandinavia. I think if you look at something for too long as well, like I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but if you like look at one fixed point for a really long time, don't blink or move your eyes at all, everything around it will start to get really dark. Or certain things in around your view will disappear. Like there's optical illusions that highlight it really well too. Forgot what it is. It's like it's something like that where like you look at it for too long, it just disappears. If you like look at the cross for too long, everything just gone. I guess it's called Troxler's fading. Eyeballs are weird, man. Troxler's involves the perceptual disappearance of stimuli in the periphery while fixating at a centrally located stimulus. The visual system responds to change. An image that is stabilized and not changing on the retina will perceptually disappear. It's kind of cool. I used to do it at school. Like when I would go to the bathroom at school, bro, I'd look at the checkered tiles on the floor and I'd just stare at one, and then all the other checkers would go away. And I was like, what is happening to my eyeballs right now? What is going on? Do you guys know on like road trips? Oh, I cracked my neck real good. When you go in under like an underpass and it's like it's real sunny out and it just feels so good to go under the underpass or whatever. Like it feels so good. Or overpass. It's like, ugh. So nice to not have my brain beamed with lights. The invisible parkour guy. He's hitting it, bro. Invisible parkour man. I felt like I was going to look something up. There's something you can demonstrate where your optic nerves connect to your retinas. At that small point, object will vanish. The point is slightly different in both eyes. Huh. I always liked what is it? My door. Sometimes there'll be like a raccoon outside that's just hanging there, and it's like, what? Your brain trying conceptually compensate. Dude, our vision is pretty imperfect. What's the rate of 20/20 vision in people? How many people have 20/20 vision? Because it seems like really terrible. Like imagine in a oh my god, only 35% of adults. So dude, you're cooked. Like dude, if before glasses and everything, and I imagine some of it would probably also be genetic. Like now we have yeah, your brain decides what to see. Like you always see your nose there, but your brain kind of edits it out. was I going to say? Oh yeah, we've probably got rid of that aspect of natural selection with glasses and stuff. So it's probably the percentage used to be higher. But like it's kind of crazy that only 35% of adults have 20/20 vision. Anybody in chat have 20/20 vision? Like without glasses that hasn't undergone LASIK or contacts or wears glasses or raw dog's life without any visual corrective anything? Just naturally has incredible vision. I have better than 20/20. That's pretty cool. Bro, I remember this kid at school. He used to wear glasses and he'd tell everybody that he had 20/20 vision, but he wears glasses to enhance his vision. I was like, bro, what does that mean? Without glasses, I have 2200. Whoa, what is that? You have one eye that's really good. You have one eye that's perfect, and you have one eye that literally can't see. Is that basically what that is? You can have 2015 vision. I wish there was like a chart. It's not common. That's interesting. One eye is just perfect. One eye is just not at all. I'm very nearsighted. I have fairly good vision. It's not amazing. I don't wear glasses or anything. I have a pair of glasses that I put on sometimes when I drive. But because very, very long, like I don't need glasses in everyday life, but usually while driving, I prefer to wear the glasses. But outside of driving, I don't because I feel like it ruins the fit. I need some more food. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get more snacks. I'm starving again. I'm back. $500 Essilor progressive lenses. Wow. This is random. Yeah. Don't skimp on your eyeballs. You kind of need them. I was on antibiotics for 10 days because I had a really bad ear infection. And I think most people know this, but antibiotics kill indiscriminately. They just kill all bacteria, even the good bacteria. So it destroys your gut microbiome. And your gut microbiome is all the bacteria in your gut that regulate things like nutrition and breaking down food and even emotion. So when you take antibiotics, it's like a nuke for your gut microbiome. By chance, did you get vertigo? I did not, but I did go deaf in one ear. I did literally not be able to hear in one of the ears related to it, and it was really bad. Well, I think slightly. I was a little woozy. I was running a fever though. And I was very uncomfortable. I mean, it was not a great. It was uncomfortable. Not enough to where I'd say vertigo, but definitely a little ooey, which I guess would be slight vertigo. But yeah, your gut microbiome does all that stuff, right? So, but antibiotics they fight your infection, but they're also going to kill all the good bacteria in your gut. So I've been trying to re-up on gut bacteria since my stuff is done. So I have to eat a lot of like fermented foods. Obviously, it all comes back within a month or two anyway. But I'm eating like a ton of yogurt and shit like that. I'm planning to go to the store and get like kimchi and sauerkraut and make like a big, like take shots of like kimchi, sauerkraut, and yogurt mixed. Just to maybe like kombucha. Time for me to go. Good night, 43. Probiotics. As far as I know, a lot of probiotics aren't that effective. As much as I know, it's better to get probiotics from food than it is supplements. So I haven't done anything supplement wise, but I have just been eating a lot of just fermented food in general. And it's like who doesn't like yogurt? Like that's not anything bad. Like that's not a bad diet change. I just have to eat a lot of yogurt. I mean, dude, that's not like a problem. I fucking love yogurt. That and I've been eating like a lot of like cottage cheese. I mean, it's pretty much my regular diet, just more yogurt. I've never had like kombucha though. And I saw that you should probably drink kombucha. And I know kombucha is like really fermented and gross, apparently. But it has a ton of yeast and bacteria in it. This Christmas, I traveled out of state and back, and I can't sleep, and it sucks. That's unfortunate. Can't knock out. And also kefir, I think it's called. It's like fermented milk. It's like liquid yogurt. Yo plate's fire. Kombucha looks like something tried on a dare. So I'm gonna just do a lot of that. Did you ever end up making that one smoothie? I literally just came back. I don't know if you're talking about it. No, because I haven't got the stuff for it, but I am literally planning to whenever I can because I keep forgetting. But to just get the smoothie of fermented substances to just drink throughout the day or take shots of, just to beef up my microbiome. I'm gonna be microbioming like crazy. They ain't ready for it. Strongest microbiome in the Midwest. Until I take antibiotics again in the next like 10 years, probably. Liquid yeast infection, beat him with hammers. Beat him with hammers. Hammers, hammers, hammers. We need the hammers. Microbial comeback in 7. And what's also unfortunate is with good night, Merry Christmas. Good night, Eagle. Everybody tell the Eagle good night. It's nice having you in here as always, my friend. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Merry Christer. Merry Krusty. Merry Krusty. But most of your serotonin is actually produced in your gut by the bacteria in your gut. So when you take antibiotics, sometimes you can get sad. And I don't know if it's related, but the other day I was sitting in my car and I was like, man, I'm not having a good day. I don't know why. I'm just not having a good day. I'm not having a good day. I have a lot of good days. I usually have good days. I was sitting in my car and I was like, I'm not having a good day. I don't know what's going on. Everything's going good. I'm just not feeling right. I think it has something to do with that. Maybe I just wasn't having a good day. Sometimes you can have bad days. But Mary crust, please, everybody. Do you let it kombucha? Who lets it ferment? Exactly. Without bad days, you don't know what good days are. And I've learned to accept that as well. Like bad days are a part of good days. You can be happy and have bad days. I think happiness requires bad days. You're not truly happy or content without the bad days. Who's I need to look that up. The kombucha lady. Who's the kombucha lady? Oh, this lady. Do you let the sexy cat walk into the cheese harvester, or let the grasshopper boy smell? This would go crazy on TikTok. This really would go crazy on TikTok. Some of the words we say, that would do numbers. I bet it would do numbers. It would do numbers. If we could talk about the cheese, the grasshopper, the sexy cat. June, did you draw the sexy cat? My screen isn't showing, right? Okay. What about crush with cinder blocks? What about meow? That's what I gotta say, dude. What is this boy kisser cat, man? I avoid TikTok. That's where brain cells go to die. I totally agree with you, but I love to annihilate my brain with TikTok. Go there and just rot. That was one yawn right there. Who liked the Merry Christmas yawn? The Christmas yawn with Christmas cheer.